Hey guys, welcome to the channel. First Pesta episode of the year. So if you haven't seen Pesta before, this is basically the Twin Engine project, which is based on the Ford Fiesta Mach 5, and at the moment it's got a 1.7 Puma engine at the rear. And for 2024 I've already booked a ticket for the Ford show, which is in July. So we kind of need to get this up and running for July so that it can drive itself to the Ford show. So yeah, we've got our work cut out. So basically in this episode what I want to do is answer a few questions of how the twin engine system is going to work. So like I've said before, I actually got this project from Aid got it running with two engines. There were some little tweaks that needed to be done, but all the thinking on how it's going to work together is there, if you know what I mean. There is one bit of tech that he never put on it, which should actually fix one of the issues he was having when the two engines were running together around the clutch. Yeah, so basically I'm going to show you that. I'm going to explain you what the plan, how are we going to package all of this together as well in such a small car. And I've actually got a whole bit of wood, and what we'll do is actually do a to-do list. So the S3 doesn't need much to be able to go to the show. This needs a lot, and this year I really want to put on the road, so my focus is going to be working on this quite a bit. Alright, so just a quick recap of where we're at. Engine at the rear is on, and it's running. The loom has been modified. We've stripped everything we did not need. Cluster works, everything works. Engine runs. We still have to extend the cable for the light, but otherwise they do work as well. So obviously we can have the light at the rear and at the front. So underneath the bonnet we do have a fuel tank, which works all good, but obviously when we've got another engine, which by the way, yeah, I forgot, but I've already bought another engine. Yeah, so I bought another engine. I've already got another ECU and all the keys and stuff like that. The only stuff I need is an engine loom. So if you guys have an engine loom for a Ford Puma 1.7 engine, I don't need the whole stuff, just the engine bit, get in touch. If not, I mean, it's very difficult to find one. That's actually why Aid ended up selling me the engine. But we don't need that much, so worst case scenario, I will have to build a loom from scratch. You know, it's still an option. So yeah, anyway, now I'm going to show you how the changing gear onto different engine and handling the clutch onto different engine is going to work basically. Alright, so what we have here is basically the gear linkage. We've got two. One came from the Puma, one came from with Pesta, so it's perfect. We already have two, one for each engine. And basically the way I sorted it out is with this bar here, that kind of like contraction. And basically what that does is one bit is welded to, so you can see that's the arm that move. One side is welded to the one at the front, and then basically the linkage that is used here is replicated at the rear to connect to the rear gearbox. So when you move one gear stick, you're changing the gear in both. And yeah, quite easy solution, just a bar. The downside of it, issues that Aid was having, is that the bar flexed a bit too much. So essentially we'll need the similar bar with the same bend, but with something a bit stronger. And to be honest, all of that could be cleaned up as well. But this is something I could basically pass on to Rob when we've got everything else sorted, and then he do us fabricate us something professional looking and strong enough. And the clutch, so the clutch, this is kind of what Aid was planning. So one master cylinder that essentially end up pushing two master cylinder, so that both clutch have full pressure. So basically the problem if you share only one clutch with two gearbox is that the pressure exerted is not strong enough for two gearbox, because you're essentially reducing it by two. So the idea is you still have one, so you've got your one clutch pedal that will push this one. Those two guys will get pushed instead, which then basically equal pressure for each clutch to engage and disengage. So yeah, that is how the gearbox will work. On this I got from Aid as well. And basically, so for the radiator, at the moment the one at the rear is here. As you can see, they're pretty skinny. So radiator, the idea is I'm basically going to send the coolant from the rear to the front. And at the front, considering even when the engine is here, we should have plenty of room here. We'll basically put a really thick, I think they do like triple, even quadruple layer radiator, and essentially one radiator for two engines. Yeah, and obviously with the engine at the front, we'll have to think of where we put our fuel tank as well. We obviously have space on the side. Obviously if we get T-bone, it's not really good, but at the same time at the rear we've only got this space here, which isn't great because the exhaust is here. Or when you do build a bed, do we just get like a couple of cylinder, you know what I mean? That cool fit in here, kind of a feature from the outside, look cool, but then you could have basically the fuel tank out of the way. Yeah, like I said, guys, on some of that stuff I kind of know what I've got in mind. Some of the other bits and bob, it's kind of go with the flow. So if you guys have any idea, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, alright, so I think we should probably get going on that to-do list, because the to-do list is also going to dictate how much it's going to cost. And obviously cost is going to be a big factor between whether we actually focus on getting the rear-wheel drive, on it running, on it looking good for the show, or whether we can actually do the twin engine setup. Alright, let's go. Anyway, guys, this year should be pretty exciting. Like I said, if you have any suggestion, let me know down below. If there is anything you could help with, you're welcome as well. Actually, I've got a bit of space. If sometime you're in the area and you want to work on some crap you don't have space, ping me. I might be able to help, as long as we can record it. But yeah, no, let's get Pesta on the road. And I think, long term, I think Pesta I like to finish and then sell, because I have a problem with too many projects. So what I like to do is start to get some a bit polished, a bit finished, go and build one crazy idea and then pass it on for somebody to enjoy or bring further, and use the money to essentially just do another crazy idea. But I'm not very good at finishing stuff. If you've been on the channel, you know what I mean. So we should see how that plan goes. Anyway, Have a good one. Bye bye.